Siam Commercial Bank is the first recently to have raised its lending rates, particularly on unsecured or high-risk loans. With many saying that the banks here are shoring up ahead of a potentially tough year, mortgages too are becoming harder to qualify for, both in terms of personal history and deposit requirements. Bad debts along with accounts in arrears have plagued the banking sector, especially since the advent of government-sponsored car loans, many of which went into repossession. In Nong Khai, a 25-year-old Swiss man has been caught stealing from hotels and guest rooms. Also on an overstay, his luck ran out, thanks to a hotel CCTV that caught him relieving a fellow guest of her handbag. Chances are that he'll remain in jail as he's considered a flight risk. UK newspapers have made much of a missing fugitive there. Jack Shepherd fled ahead of being found guilty in London of causing the death of a girlfriend by showing off in a speedboat that flipped. Now the latest suggestion is that he might be here in Thailand, with some pointing to Isan as the potential lair for the escapee. There's a full international warrant out for him, and no doubt immigration will be checking documents thoroughly, especially as there's a reward for his arrest too. The Belarusian XXX porn star Anastasia Vashukovich, also known as Nasty, arrested here in Pattaya last year and released for export by the courts last week, will be held by Moscow police for at least another 3 days. This follows her arrest after being deported from Thailand. It seems that they have a lot to talk about, including warrants for her and her boyfriend's arrest, based on claims of libel and slander towards some of the country's most powerful men. Word was that they preferred the cramped conditions of Bangkok's immigration detention centre to those expected if they were sent home, but Russian media is following the story with interest. Exporting drugs is a risky business, but when your package is returned to sender by the customer, it's even more risky to go and collect it again. But that's what a Canadian and Thai man did. Seems they were shipping drugs and other contraband to Australia, all packed in seemingly innocuous articles such as shock absorbers and garden decorations. One of what's thought to have been numerous shipments was inadvertently returned back from Australia to Thailand. The duo went to pick it up from the airport and was seized before they could get their hands on the 8 pounds of heroin hidden inside. And finally, it's not just squirrels in Hua Hin that will be guarding their nuts this month. Monkeys too, or to be more precise, the macaques that live in the tourist areas. This as local City Hall has funded a sterilisation program for them as their population continues to grow despite similar programs in the past. And with the Met Office promising highs today for Pattaya of around 31 dropping down to 22 and a continually overcast day starting with fog, that is the local and national news from Fabulous 103 FM, keeping you in touch with Thailand and of course Pattaya, the city of fun.